So, I go right here. Main aim is to get onto that site before NiP even catch a first kill. Letgro's already dinked down to 6 points of health, though, which is not great here for NiP to start with. But get right, he's very persistent to at least try and find this opening frag, and that is what he will do. Somewhat of an okay start here for NiP. Letgro able to try and swing it out to all those trains as well to pick those players off, but not going to happen as of yet. Damage done to Letgro prior. Groovy finally to finish him off. He survived a lot longer than I expected with 6 points of health. Snatchy is able to find one in return, but Rez closes down as well. Now into a 3 versus 3. Ooh, Forest. Great flick there onto Snatchy. Smoke does go down, but PHR able to find 2 frags. That's great for him. Finally, Rez to close out. The defuse kit is onto Rez as well, but Tau is aware of it. And Ago do find the first round here over on Train, which is a great start for them, but not for NiP. As it will now be NiP to, just like Overpass, buy into their pistols after losing that first pistol round. The Eagles, CZs, even 1 P250 out onto Dennis. Kevlar for every single player, minus him, of course. He is ecoing for that AWP. Which is, of course, that very viable aspect to do, especially on Train. But either way, it is going to be Ago that will just get the default smokes thrown out toward the A-bomb site. Flashes to allow the peaks. And this should be somewhat of a simple cleanup. PHR is able to find the opening. 2-for-1 trade comes through, and as Ago try and just get out onto this back of the bomb site. Actually, Forrest might be cooking up a storm right here as he tries to spam away with that Deagle. Will be able to come up good for 1. Get right even finds a second, and as he's now in a 1 versus 2, Snatchy should be able to close him out somewhat easily. Tags him down to 48. Still, Molotov denies the peak of him, and that bomb can go down on the back of the site. Still, Get Right already on the rotation toward Connector. Has been heard by Ago as well, so he's already being spotted by this T side as they just repositioned accordingly. No defuse kit onto Get Right, so round is slipping away as each second ticks by, and it will be Get Right just to save that Mac 10. Has the Kevlar to work with as well. And there you have it, going to be the second round for Ago. Bomb plant successful in both, so great cash to be built up from that round. And especially with the eco coming through from NiP, a chance for Ago to claim a third, just like Overpass. Get into their gun round here for NiP and try to claim those rounds back. But Ago can start to really generate a great amount of cash. NiP, however, their main aim right now, of course, to try and win the round, but those double grenades come flying on through. Rez could do nothing about it, and he'll get shut down by Ago very, very quickly. But still, in an eco, can't really expect much here from NiP, but 1 or 2 kills would be nice. Don't really expect that happening, though, as already PHR, Snatchy, both 5 frags. Ennis does some damage, but it's not enough as Furlan finishes him off. That's 3 for Ago. And then NiP into their first gun round. Dennis, like I said, echoing for that AWP and now has that to hand. Already though, Ago quickly out onto the back of the A-bomb site. Or that sandwich area. Forrest is able to spray down Groovy though. That's a nice first kill to find. If NiP can keep situations like that where Ago are locked out by utility. And even, it's an Ago smoke. Forrest just with the confidence to spray right through it. Still, Furlan down towards Ivy. Does get a little bit of damage done here onto Forest. While he goes down to the 9 of peaks, he spams inside of CT. That's 2 players around the half HP mark now. Still, Letcrow being drafted in to just hold towards Ivy, trying to just protect the life of the AWP inside of CT spawn. But look at Tao right now. He's all the way out onto the back of that bomb train. Can just try and wait for the support of his teammates. Even get a good chance at a frag into res, but he's going to be able to react quicker. Letcrow gets caught off guard, but maybe there's possibility for a trade. Forest finds one, but you've still got to realize there's another player deep inside CT. It will not matter for NiP. That was they claimed the first round. The first gun round as well. And they even incorporate a double AWP setup very, very early. Once again, I go into their buy round. Losing this one would force them down to an eco. Again, very similar to how Overpass went. Something that something that has to be like greatly managed here by NiP is that pop dog control, and Rez is being tasked to do that. Pop dog is a very quintessential part of a T-side setup. And if your T-side can really force the CTs from the pop dog angle, it can allow a lot of possibilities out onto that A-bomb site. Nevertheless, NiP able to do a little bit of early damage. Does get traded back, though. Great peek from Dennis. Too slow for the flick, however. Still, though, Red's able to catch Furlan off guard. That's a opening peek. Forest catching Tao on the edge of the smoke, so it's a 5v3 now. A little bit of damage to be done onto Rez, but it's nothing major compared to frags that Forest is bringing in here. 2v5, PHR and Snatchy making their way out onto the back of the A site, but PHR to find one onto Rez. A good trade to come through. NiP, however, can try and just calm, just relax in a 4v2 now. There's no real intention to try and rush for the frags. But in a 1v3, Snatchy all alone, bomb in hand. 13 seconds left, and Letcrow with a beautiful flick onto Snatchy. And with that, Aggo now down to their eco round. Then NiP a chance to tie the scoreline up here. Double AWP setup really seeming to work out for them as well. That was a beautiful flip by Letcrow, I have to say. From being fully scoped in toward the exit of A main to flick toward right side of bomb train is a very big mouse movement. So, credit where credit is due. Was a nice little shot from Letcrow, but with Aggo now being down to their pistols, it's going to be very hard right here for them to even try and put together a round win. Still, Dennis and Rez both collaborating to find kills. Furlan being tapped out, Forest to close it, and that's 3-3, and NiP tie up the scoreline. With Aggo being on somewhat of a borrowed buy round here, their money is so distraught from NiP picking up 3 rounds that losing this one is going to really hurt them, because especially on that T side where a bomb plant can have a great impact, just getting frags can even boost your bank balance, and NiP not able to do so. Sorry, Aggo not able to do so as of yet, and NiP doing a good job of just keeping their money at bay. Still, though, NiP, very important for them to win this round. Aggo even more so. An entire 1 point of damage being done to Rez inside of Pop Dog. Ago right now, they're on the sort of brink of potentially slipping out of these first 10 rounds. Need to maybe rein it in a little bit and just play a little more calm. Seems to be rushing down to positions like Ivy, and that's what they're not doing this round, which is a good sign to see. But with 3 players out on toward that A-bomb site here for NiP, the site defense shouldn't be too difficult right here, but 2 perfect picks from both of the AWPs. That was almost synchronized. That would have been pretty cool if it was, but still, trades come back through. Dennis trying to peek towards Ivy. 2 kills secured by Ago, but there you go. There's the synchronized op shots. Both frags coming through at the exact same time. Groovy in their 1 versus 3, picked off by Get Right. NiP make it 4. As that 4th round does get closed down by NiP, Ago forced into somewhat of a pistol buy once again. Kevlar for 3, but not for the others. Giving NiP a chance just to put themselves a couple of rounds ahead. Give them some small breathing room here on this CT side. Get Right with a good denial of tab already. But especially with Lecro pinned up towards heaven. Even switched out to the pistol. It's good for 1. Furlan trades, and NiP actually going to let the bomb go down, which is... It's not that big of an impact, but it does give more money here to Ago. The retake is somewhat simple, so there's no real worry about that, but it's just giving more cash to Ago, which is definitely not what you want here, but even so, going to be that 4th round, turning into a 5th here for that CT side. Still though, that bomb plant, you can see how much it has benefited the economy of Ago. They're into AK buy rounds, full utility, full Kevlar, and still have money left. Snatchy able to comfortably afford the AWP as well. But even so, on the CT side, NiP really start to want to desire maybe 8 or 9 rounds would be somewhat an acceptable scoreline. Would be amicable for Agos to sort of really challenge. We might even see another 8-7. This game has been, this series entirely has been so competitive. The 8-7 just wouldn't surprise me here as Furlan 1-for-1 trade out toward ramp. So he's holding toward that Pop Dog angle, but not going to for long as he heads toward the rest of his team here out toward B. Utility goes down though, and a push through from Ruby toward the back of the site. No real damage to be done by PHR, however, as that smoke just begins to fade. Might be good for 1 though, as PHR to find it. Peeks up toward the back of heaven, but still no kill to be found. 4 versus 3. Forrest picks up 1, but PHR still stranded right now. Still Dennis holding down and trying to just support his teammate. Flicks to PHR, and that's a good first kill. Spots out Snatchy, finds 1, and Rez comes in for both. NiP make it 6. The defuse comes through. And NiP putting more rounds between them and their Polish opponents here. 3 between them now. Still, money is good for Ago. The rebuy can come back through. Looks like we do have a little bit of a tech pause coming through from NiP, however. But while we are at this pause, NiP and Ago both 1 map away from qualifying to the EU minor. Whichever team does not win this has to play again. And if it is going to be NiP, of course, we will still continue to cover that final match. That is the final game as well. It's do or die if NiP lose this series, because they have to go into the next one and win it. But it does seem like a lot of these games have gone to... I think every single game of the EU qualifier right now is at a third map. NiP Aggo, of course, third map. Epsilon Nordavind, 15-14 Epsilon looking to close it out, third map. Euronics Windigo, third map. 3D Max Yapolino, of course, a third map. With this game going back live once again. NiP, 3 rounds in the lead, and Aggo looking to try and close that gap. Something that the CTs will not want here. But still, good amount of utility here for this T side. All of it being, or the majority of it being thrown out toward that A-bomb site. Still though, Dennis to close down Snatchy. That's a good first kill to find. Ruby is going to switch out to the AWP, however, as he tries to avenge his dead teammate. Sao spots out a player inside of Heaven, but he backs away straight away. Rez able to reposition somewhat accordingly and keeps himself safe as well. The grenades flying on through, and Forest with a really nice peek. Even goes straight through. Sandwich dives into Tau, and Forest finds 3. Let Crow to finish off, but Forest the star of the round. 7-3 for NiP, and Aggo destroyed on the A-bomb site. Forest just coming alive there in that round. Even had the balls to go straight through that smoke. Not a care in the world. Still, this time though, Aggo on borrowed time here because their eco round might just be on the cards if NiP win this next round. No AWP on the hands of Snatchy, which is not great for him. He's definitely a player that prefers the sniper rather than a rifle, but is stuck for now. Has to be prevalent with a rifle. The double op setup here on the NiP side is really working wonders. Both Lecro and Dennis putting up good kills. But it is going to be that NiP A site hold having to come to fruition here. Forest switching up his angles though as he now moves out towards Heaven. PHR able to deny him, however. Still, Dennis trades one, but PHR once again to close down. Bomb is going to be planted. Trying to spam through toward bomb train, but not going to find any damage whatsoever. Dennis towards CT, 2 players toward connector. The retake has to be so good from NiP right now. Ooh, get right. Finds the first one. Still, Groovy to land the trade once again. Trying to catch these players off guard though. Get right finds one more. Spots another player out. The defuse has to come through. They find the one more frag. They now know where NiP are playing from, but Tau finds one. The defuse coming through. Will he have time to deny? No, he will not. NiP clutch out the round, and Aggo just fall at the final hurdle of that one. NiP. An amazing show in that previous round. Aggo back into a rebuy though. There's no stopping this T side as they charge toward the B site. Well, he goes down straight away though. 2 kills to be found. Then make that 4. NiP really coming out of their shell in this third map. Snatchy alone in a 1 versus 4 out toward the A-bomb site. And Dennis just rubs more salt in the wound. 9-3 for Ninjas in Pajamas. And you can see the sort of mental capacity of Aggo really starting to strain. Tau's bought into an AWP. Still, though, the rest of the team to force up behind the AWP and the two AKs. Great grenade to do damage onto Tau already as he's down to 31. Get Right and Letcro, the pioneers of that previous round as they closed out the B bomb site. Even looking to do the same again here as both of them primed and ready for a B site take. Still, though, Snatchy going to come off better in that situation. Still, though, Forrest is going to find one. Does get overwhelmed, but it's good for a second. Furlan finally to close him down, but even so, Dennis inside of the smoke. Not yet spotted out the player. CZ flicks around, though. And now into a 2 versus 3. Rez to close down one more, and Tau, he misses the first shot. Trying to get on the defuse. That is an NiP round. They get double figures here on the CT side. And then IP. If there was any time for them to show up, that time was now. Still, Ninjas in pajamas cannot let this round slip. Any round that for that matter. Forrest, already to find one. Tau does trade, but so does Letcro. 4 versus 3. One man advantage turning into 2. Groovy and Furlan remain for the T side here. Ooh, the smoke actually lands at Groovy's feet. Forces him to make a play. Furlan down to low HP. Trades one back, but is it going to be enough? Flash goes through. Rez to find it. 11-3. And going into the final round of the first half, NiP hungry for a 12th. Still, Furlan able to make good progress out toward that B bomb site. Still, Dennis to already back away. First flick onto Tau, though. Rez does get caught off guard inside of Pop Dog. That is one weapon to be recollected, but Forrest trades. So does Furlan. And he even finds 2. Good play from him. Still, 2 versus 3 and a massive potential at a trade. Dennis, the confidence is so big from him right now. Finally. Does get closed down by Groovy. Letcro in a 1 versus 2. AWP in hand. Already position given up from him. But as he does push out toward Pop Dog. Already to be closed out by Aggo. 11-4 at the end of the first half. But even so, NiP win the pistol round, and they might just be in with a great contention of closing out this third map very, very quickly. With 11-4 on the board, NiP going to make the very quick dart toward the B bomb site. Tensions are rising here for Aggo. Second player rotated down towards B. Furlan is now able to support his teammate Snatchy. But even so, as that utility goes down toward that B bomb site, Furlan is able to find the first one. Forrest trades, but Furlan does so again. Bomb is going to be planted. 4 versus 3. All players going to rotate from the CT spawn angle. Still, though, Furlan to eliminate. Get Right has to come up huge right now, but he's not going to do so. Forrest finds one. Comes in for a second. Tries for a third. Isn't going to do so yet. They do get on the bomb. Forest has to try and make a play. The pistol round is over as Aggo close it out with a defuse. Furlan with a 4K and saves the round for Aggo. But even so, it is not over yet. There's still a long way back for this CT side. Is it possible? Yes, of course it is. But with NiP getting the bomb plant, they'll be on an AK buy round into the next. Already, Groovy is to find the first kill onto Dennis, however. Still, with that one-man disadvantage, it is going to be the first damage to be done by Aggo. Tau has been tagged in return, but right now, the main objective for NiP is just to try and get that bomb plant. Forest comes up huge, though, with a one, not really a one, a spam onto Groovy with one of them hitting the head. Maybe for NiP right now, the main priority to rush down onto that B bomb site, guarantee a plant. Which is what they would so desire. Bomb does get dropped toward heaven though. Furlan coming up huge in the anti-eco. Aggo do claim a 6th. With that, NiP now into their AK buy round. We see the 5 rifles being purchased. Still no AWP here on that CT side. Rez is to find one. Comes to Groovy. He's good for a tray, but not for another. NiP maybe back to their sort of dominating ways. Get right and Electro find kills, and there's the round. NiP with a very confident A bomb site take there, and just look at the money from Aggo. Having to buy into their pistols for this one. Very, very limited Kevlar here for that CT side. And right now for NiP, it's just about not giving Aggo any breathing room whatsoever. Snatchy will 100% have the AWP in the next round, but for now, NiP can just try and get 13. Still though, Aggo playing very, very passively here. Ooh, they nearly get right. Could have been caught off guard, but Snatchy not desiring to take the peek inside of heaven, really. Might want to, though, is even for an information purpose, there's still 3 other players toward that B bomb site for Aggo. Snatchy peeking inside of heaven might just be huge. Still, Dennis, though. Swing comes on through. Snatchy the first player to fall. Rez even finds one out toward the A bomb site. Tau trades him back straight away, and as NiP tries to push out onto A, Tau finds just one more. This is what NiP did not want right here. Still, no kills to be found by Electro. The spray comes out, and the transfer was very nice. But this is such an important round for Ninjas in Pyjamas. If they can deny Aggo, that might be just the game falling into their hands. But they have to be very, very careful. Aggo is not a force to be reckoned with on a full buy round like this, but it's NiP straight toward the B-bomb site as Rez finds the first kill. The confidence in that man is insane. Snatchy trades back, but not before being tagged down to 87 points of health. 17, sorry. Where did 87 come from? I have no idea. Oh, Dennis sprays down Groovy. PHR to return one, but look at the HP right now. Snatchy does deny. The frags have to come through from Aggo right here, and with the low HP, that's going to be very, very tough. But still, Letcro now in a 1 versus 2. Smoke goes down, defuse is being made. He's not tapping the bomb, and there Aggo somehow win a 1v3 with 2 players on very low HP. Still though, NiP can head back into the rebuy for this one. Either way, Ninjas in pajamas. Need this round in their favor or else. It's not looking great right now. Forrest comes up huge though, as he finds 2 kills. Letcro needs to redeem himself for that previous round. Rez finds one more. Letcro, that's what you need. Groovy in a 1 versus 3, closed down by Rez, and that's 14-7. Look at the economy right now from Aggo. They have to force into this round. As Ninjas in pajamas. 2 rounds away from the minor. Letcro already going to be tagged very heavily though. Down to 40 points of health. Especially against pistols like USPs, that's something you do not want to happen. Still though, get right to close out Snatchy. Tries to head down toward the B-bomb site. Here's the first very vital footstep, but he's going to get out of there straight away. But either way, NiP starting to make their way toward the A-bomb site. PHR is very, very close and might just get a frag. Luckily for NiP, Dennis is able to eventually close down, but still, Groovy finds one. Rez to deny though. 4 versus 2, and Ninjas in pajamas. The bomb moves onto the site. The plant can be successful. And now just Furlan to be closed down. 15-7, and Ninjas in pajamas 1 round away from London. Match point for NiP. 15-7 on the cards right here. And it's going to be Snatchy with a quick play inside of mid. Already Rez to find the 1 early kill. Gives the 1-man advantage to that T side here where it's most vital. But with just little than 1 minute 15 to go. And a 1-man advantage here for NiP. They are playing so passively right here. Rez finds just 1 more. Snatchy to fall. They make it a 5 versus 3. 1 player toward the B bomb site, 2 towards A right now. But even so, this round could still slip away. Groovy holding towards Ivy with the AWP in hand. is not going to come through yet, but if they can find the trade frag here, Dennis even swipes at it first. Ruby to deny one in return, but is that too little too late? Flash is perfect, allows the peek, and there you go, ninjas in pajamas. Qualify to the minor. NiP come up huge where it's so needed. And they take the series 2-1. NiP, an incredible series coming out in their favor. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the NiP gaming coverage, but from the ultimate feedback we have had from this entire process, I can pretty much guarantee that that's not the end for the streaming done on